Hey guys, welcome back. Dan here from Dan Gibson Mentoring, and I'm here today with a client, Luke Kosmanis, who is an entrepreneur from Melbourne, Australia. And when I met him, he was, you were running a luxury bathroom business in Melbourne. Luke and I work closely together in a coaching and mentoring program. And I asked Luke if he'd come on today and share his story so that other young men can see what this is all about. So congratulations, Luke. You've had an exciting journey from when I first met you. I just want to start with hearing from you briefly about before we started working together. How would you describe your general feeling about dating and relationships, your confidence, and your self-awareness back in the day?
So we've come a long way to think back to where we have started. I guess I didn't even really have awareness that I wasn't confident and I wasn't attracting relationships into my life. And I just thought it was a byproduct of being an entrepreneur and being busy. I was just like, it's not the right time. It's never the right time to be with someone or find the time to fit a woman into my life. And I was almost like unaware of it, but unconsciously, it just kept coming up and coming up and coming up. And then you popped up through a referral. And then, we just started talking, and you started bringing up some stuff for me, which made me really uncomfortable, which is part of the process. But I had a massive awareness that it is super important to have these relationships and have that sort of energy in your life, especially when you're trying to succeed at such a high level.
For sure, man. It's like, that feminine energy is a different level, isn't it, compared to this, like you're working so heavily in your masculine all the time. Like, what were some other beliefs that you had around women dating and relationships? How are you navigating that world?
Fine, there was a fair few limiting beliefs, and even just beliefs about females and relationships and all that sort of stuff. And I had this idea in my head from past relationships that, it's hard work. Like, it's a pain in the ass to be in a relationship. Therefore, I didn't want to attract that into my life because I have a lot to do. I'm a busy man. Like, I've got a lot to do. And I guess the belief systems that I had back then was it's going to be harder to have that in my life than not in my life.
How did it make you feel on a daily basis? And, how did those feelings affect you in everything else that you were doing?
There's that effort that I didn't want to put in because I was perceiving it as being almost bad energy coming in.
So at that time, did you feel happy in general, or was there something missing?
There was something missing, definitely. There's always that hole.
After working with me, in contrast, how do you feel now?
It's so different. My appreciation, this has been a big one for me, the appreciation for the feminine and the energy that it attracts in. And if you want to succeed in business, and I think bringing that energy in is just like so crucial and so important, but it's also like it brings in happiness and it brings in joy.
And how do your beliefs, actions, or outcomes compare now to after doing the work?
I find the time for women. I find the time for feminine energy. I find the time for feminine energy for myself as well.
Does it cause you to have to sacrifice or compromise other areas of your life?
No, it actually benefits them more.
How are women and other people responding to you in general now?
Definitely, there's just a natural, I like to use the word energy. Yeah, people notice. People notice me more. And I'm not trying to like intentionally do it. I'm just purely being me. And I'm purely giving off the energy that like I am interested more, and like I want to be more open and receiving to all energies and all communications and relationships, whatever it may be. And when you can give off that energy, which we worked on, it comes back tenfold.
Yeah, that's so good, man. And just really briefly, what's your understanding and your relation to women in general now? Like, how do you understand them?
There's a lot to unpack. Like, you learn so much with you that I never would have even been aware of. And I guess a lot of it is how women are reacting their emotional state, because women are emotional, and how to handle that and how to be grounded as a man. So I guess it comes back to like learning to be in your masculine properly and being grounded and being able to ride the waves that hit you constantly from the feminine. And when you allow yourself to be grounded in the presence of a female, once you settle down, she respects you more for it, and then she becomes more open. And I remember there's one moment recently that happened, and I could sense that she was really challenged by the situation of me being there because of X, Y, and Z, which we won't go into, but I just went up to her and grabbed her and held her, just held her for like a minute. And then after that, she was like, you could just see her body language was just like, just so open, just so like she wanted to receive all the love.
Stop it! You're making my spine tingle. In terms of the coaching itself and the program, what aspects did you love the most, and why?
Definitely your commitment, like your commitment to the cause. So you were there, your commitment to wanting to see us succeed because it fulfills you. Like you can feel that. Like you're giving us your everything when you're working with us. Like you're constantly there for us. Like whenever we need, you'll message us. Like whenever we're feeling down, like you're always open to us messaging you, whatever time of the day, you're always there. And having that support and accountability, that's like not many coaches will deliver that.
Is there one biggest takeaway from the whole experience?
Realizing that I've got shit buried. I've got shit under there that's stopping me from taking the next step. The inner resistance, yeah. And there was, shit holding me back from my ex, and like there's always that stuff on the internal, and the more and more you just do the work, like it keeps coming up. And there was some big takeaways from that, realizing the pain that I'd been through and the pain that I'd been holding on to with my ex. It's been stopping me from wanting to live my life, my joyous life.
All right, look, the primary focus of my programs is helping men go from basically 0 dates or fiddling around or not dating at all to 1 to 3 new dates per week. But, with this work, has your life benefited? Have there been any knock-on effects from the work that you did with me?
I learned so much about the masculine working with you. And it's been inspiring for me to want to do that more as well. Obviously, like relationships with women help the energy in my life. So that's a flow-on effect. So it's made my life better in ways where my business is more creative, all that sort of stuff. But then it's also inspired me to want to help men myself.
So is it fair to say that where you once thought that women and dating was a drag, it's actually had the opposite effect, where doing the work on that has actually created inspiration in your life for the other things that you want to achieve?
Absolutely.
That's so cool, man. You've always been, from the minute I met you, extremely driven, ambitious, and you've always had so much going on. What advice would you give to men just like you who are potentially avoiding dating women and who often say, I haven't got time for it, or I'm not ready to date because I have other priorities?
You're going to keep creating these bullshit excuses that you don't have time. And one of my pet hates is when somebody says, I don't have time. When you say that, you're just refusing to put it as a priority in your life. Start conversations and just put the time in and just appreciate women for how beautiful they actually are. And then that will just give you more energy and more time than you'll have.
Just in, generally for you, uncertainty, and it took huge balls and courage to ask for help. But can you just briefly speak to anyone watching this who might resonate with that?
There's always going to be resistance. There's always that resistance to want to take the leap to work with someone, but working with someone is an investment. You need to understand that you're investing in yourself. And if you want the growth and you want to live a better life, you have to invest in yourself. You need to sort your own shit out and then watch your life just fucking blossom.
It's really great to hear, Luke, and personally seeing your growth and development was, for me, nothing short of exciting, and seeing you step first into your resistance, which there was a lot of, and there were times there where you just wanted to run, and then from that into your true power to tackle it all head on, and your commitment to yourself to succeed. What was it for you that suddenly made you realize getting help from when you had not got help at all to getting help was the right thing to do? What was the turning point? From thinking I have to do this all alone, I've got to be a man, to damn, this would just be so much easier if I just had an expert in my corner.
Yeah, I think it just got to the point where it was too much. I guess nothing was really happening. I was just running cycles, running the same patterns, the same beliefs, and without the guidance from someone, like there's all the information in the world, but if you're not doing the inner work and you're not working with someone to bring that shit up and to really personalize and push you in a direction that you want to go, you're not going to get anywhere.
Now, can you imagine how your life might be today if you'd never taken that first step?
I couldn't even comprehend what it would be like. I would probably be living a unconscious life where I was just living on fucking autopilot and there was no excitement or no real fucking joy in my life. I was just working for the dollar and doing the same shit. So like I cannot recommend working with you or working with individuals any higher than just not. Like, you have to do it. Now, do you want to be left behind? Like, more and more people are becoming aware of this. More and more people are wanting to do the work and wanting to grow. Are you going to be left behind? Are you going to be living the same shitty life and left behind while all these other people succeed and have all the relationships of their dreams and live the life of their dreams while you're just sitting in the corner waiting? Or are you going to step up and work with Dan and change your life?
Like I said, you've really stepped into your power in an amazing way as a man, a masculine man. Would you like to talk a little bit about what you're doing now and how other men who might be interested in what you're doing can possibly find you?
I'm also a men's coach. I work with men that are feeling lost. So they're a little bit uncertain in the direction that they want to head in their life. And because I've been there, I know what it's like to be lost. And a lot of men out there are lost and they're feeling lost and they're too scared to voice their, how they're feeling and like that uncertainty, because it's scary to voice that, but you know that there's something more for you in this life. So like I work with men to discover their purpose, step into their masculine energy, discover how to express and communicate their wants and desires in all areas of life, and really step up as a leader.
That's empowering and that sounds amazing. Where can guys find you?
My name's Luke Kosmanis. Just hit me up on my Instagram. There's a lot of content posting there, trying to provide value for all you guys. So I'd just love to have a conversation with anyone. I don't really care about selling. Like my goal in this life is to make an impact and help anyone that I can. So we don't even need to work together, but if I can help you with a conversation or anything, please hit me up.
Luke, thanks so much for sharing your story. I know that just listening to you, like, it's just going to inspire other men like you or whatever they're doing, no matter how bad your life feels like or how unsettled you are or how unattainable your dreams are. There's always a better life awaiting those that are willing to take some risks, good risks, not stupid risks, good risks, take some action, get off out of your chair, get off YouTube, get your head out of the book, take some action and get some help from the right people for whatever it is that you want to achieve. And in my case, women dating and relationships. Guys watching this, if Luke's story inspires you to stop wasting time for something to change and to commit yourself to setting and achieving goals in dating and relationships and create an amazing love life for yourself and do so without sacrificing or compromising your other priorities, then leave a comment below the video or you can just reach out to me in the DMs. They're open all day, every day, and I'll respond personally. Luke, thank you so much. I'm so looking
forward to
your amazing future unfold.
Thanks, Dave. Ciao.
Have a good day.
You too, man.